Bhagavad Gita as it is, Chapter 3, Text 16. Evam pravartitam chakram nanuvartayati hayaha aghayorindriya ramo mogham partha sajivati. Synonyms. Evam, thus prescribed, pravartitam, established by the Vedas, chakram, cycle, na, does not, anuvartayati, adopt, iha, in this life, yaha, one who, aghayuho, life full of sins, indriya aramaha, satisfied in sense gratification, mogham, useless, partha, O son of Pritha, Arjuna, saha, one who does so, jivati, lives. Translation. My dear Arjuna, a man who does not follow this prescribed Vedic system of sacrifice certainly leads a life of sin, for a person delighting only in the senses lives in vain. Purport. The Macmillanist philosophy of work very hard and enjoy sense gratification is condemned herein by the Lord. Therefore, for those who want to enjoy this material world, the above mentioned cycle of performing yajnas is absolutely necessary. One who does not follow such regulations is living a very risky life, being condemned more and more. By nature's law, this human form of life is specifically meant for self-realization in either of the three ways, namely Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga or Bhakti Yoga. There is no necessity of rigidly following the performances of the prescribed yajnas for the transcendentalists who are above vice and virtue. But those who are engaged in sense gratification require purification by the above mentioned cycle of yajna performances. There are different kinds of activities. Those who are not Krishna conscious are certainly engaged in sensory consciousness. Therefore, they need to execute pious work. The yajna system is planned in such a way that sensory conscious persons may satisfy their desires without becoming entangled in the reaction of sense gratificatory work. The prosperity of the world depends not on our own efforts but on the background arrangement of the Supreme Lord, directly carried out by the demigods. Therefore, the yajnas are directly aimed at the particular demigod mentioned in the Vedas. Indirectly, it is the practice of Krishna consciousness, because when one masters the performance of yajnas, one is sure to become Krishna conscious. But if by performing yajnas one does not become Krishna conscious, such principles are counted as only moral codes. One should not therefore limit his progress only to the point of moral codes, but should transcend them to attain Krishna consciousness. Text 17. Yastvatmaratireva syat atmatriptascha manavaha atmanyeva cha santushtas tasya karyam na vidyate. Synonyms. Yaha, one who, tu, but, atmaratihi, takes pleasure, eva, certainly, syat, remains, atma triptaha, self-illuminated, cha, and, manavaha, a man, atmani, in himself, eva, only, cha, and, santushtaha, perfectly satiated, tasya, his, karyam, duty, na, does not, vidyate, exist. Translation. One who is, however, taking pleasure in the self, who is illumined in the self, who rejoices in and is satisfied with the self only, fully satiated, for him there is no duty. Purport. A person who is fully Krishna conscious and is fully satisfied by his acts in Krishna consciousness no longer has any duty to perform. Due to his being Krishna conscious, all impiety within is instantly cleansed, an effect of many thousands of yajna performances. By such clearing of consciousness, one becomes fully confident of his eternal position in relationship with the Supreme. His duty thus becomes self-illuminated by the grace of the Lord, and therefore he no longer has any obligations to the Vedic injunctions. Such a Krishna conscious person is no longer interested in material activities and no longer takes pleasure in material arrangements like wine, women, and similar infatuations. Text 18. Neva tasya krite narto na krite neha kaschana na chasya sarva bhuteshu kaschidartha vyapashrayaha. Synonyms. Na, never. Eva, certainly. Tasya, his. Kritena, by discharge of duty. Arthaha, purpose. Na, nor. Akritena, without discharge of duty. Iha, in this world. Kaschana, whatever. Na, never. Cha, and. Asya, of him. Sarvabhuteshu, in all living beings. Kaschit, any. Artha, purpose. Vyapa ashrayaha, taking shelter of. Translation. A self-realized man has no purpose to fulfill in the discharge of his prescribed duties, nor has he any reason not to perform such work, nor has he any need to depend on any other living being. Purport. A self-realized man is no longer obliged to perform any prescribed duty save and except activities in Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness is not inactivity either, as will be explained in the following verses. A Krishna conscious man does not take shelter of any person, man or demigod. Whatever he does in Krishna consciousness is sufficient in the discharge of his obligation.